I'm Geoff Baker of the Seattle Times. Welcome to Around the Blogosphere. Looking around the Seattle Mariners blogosphere this morning, we see Seattle Sports Insider, which has a look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of Milton Bradley. Their take: Milton Bradley has some upside, and he has some room to move up from what he wasn't able to do on the field last year. They also take a look at other stuff like his off-field issues, and their conclusion is that even though Milton Bradley could still fail on the field for the Mariners, at least it didn't cost the Seattle Mariners a whole lot of money to get him. My take: Milton Bradley's got to get things going for the Mariners this spring, or he might not make it out of spring training. But we'll see what happens in that regard. Then moving on down the line, we got Lookout Landing, which takes a look at Chad Durbin. Now there's rumors out there. Ken Rosenthal had the report yesterday on Fox Sports. There's rumors that the Mariners are looking at relief pitcher Chad Durbin. Jeff Sullivan of Lookout Landing says he doesn't get it, and he says that the Mariners already have a stockpile of some pretty good arms to take a look at. He mentions the fact that Durbin's not exactly a shutdown reliever. He did okay in a limited role for the Philadelphia Phillies last year. Jeff Sullivan also doesn't get the fact that he doesn't have very high strikeout totals, and that's something this team is looking for, is some back-end bullpen help. My take on it is that as long as this doesn't cost the Mariners a whole lot of money, I don't have a problem with it. I'd like to see the Mariners spend a little more money, and they have limited cash to do it with, and one of the places you can spend limited cash is in your bullpen. So if they can bring Durbin on, I think he's more proven of late than some of the candidates they have for the bullpen, even though he might not be as good upside-wise as somebody like a Chris Ray or a Manny Del Carmen if they ever get their games going. So I'd like to see the Mariners make this gamble, but only if it costs them a very minimal amount of money. Not if they're going to give Durbin anything resembling some of the guaranteed money he's been seeking on the open market. Moving on down the line, we got Pro Ball Northwest, which takes a look at the middle infield positional battle, breaking it down player by player for the shortstop and second base positions. Their conclusion is that Jack Wilson's job is far from secure at shortstop, and Brendan Ryan's going to be pushing and creating some movement within the middle infield unless Wilson can come back healthy and do the job that they expected him to do when they signed him for 2 years, $10 million. Finally, over at the Outfield Grass, another blog, some of you might not have heard of it, the Outfield Grass, they have a question and answer session with Mariners relief pitcher Josh Lukey. Now, this Q&A is all about his on-field stuff, so go take a look at it. If you want to see the off-field stuff, you can read, you read all about it last year. I don't have much more to say about that, but this is all about Josh Lukey's on-field stuff. Take a look at it. It's interesting, an interesting Q&A. That's about it for this morning. Off to the ballpark to see the players take part in their first workout of spring training. For now, I'm Geoff Baker of the Seattle Times. Read the blog for all your Mariner information.